Well, the clock on the wall says 8 o'clock on Wednesday. Good evening, Classic Radio Roundup. I think this radio's working. I'm picking up Bleed Over Bill from 14, so I think I'm working. I think I got audio. Looks like the needle moves a little bit.
We hear you here in Ashbrook, Joker. Sounds like you're the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4. Classic Radio Roundup's off to a slow start. It is Wednesday, right?
Yes, sir. It's hump day. What time is it?
I think it's 8 o'clock. 8:01. Classic Radio Roundup. Wednesday night. I'm running the old Kraco tonight, so I was like, man, maybe the radio's not working.
Kraco sounds like $1 million. No doubt about that.
No, thank you. Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking radio. Looks like an old like a Valiant, or it's got a lot of chrome on the front. It's pretty cool. It's only a 23 channel AM radio, but looks pretty cool.
Yeah, you know what? I got an old Kraco. It's only 23 channel rather. Well, it's got A and B 23, so it's a 24 channel. It's a nice base station, good looking base station. Really, really good looking. Lots of chrome. It's got and to me, there's 2 meters on it and they're round. Upper lower side band. It works good too.
10-4, that's cool. Yeah, this is a base station. Like I said, AM only. 23, so it's a vintage. But Train was talking about it one night, one of these radios. I think it was Train. So I went on eBay and I found one, and I was like, that's pretty cool looking radio. And the guy didn't want much money for it, so I picked it up.
How much was it?
Oh, it was cheap. I think with shipping, it was like $50 or so with shipping. Anymore, shipping's almost as much as the product you're buying.
Yeah, no, you're right. My Kraco base station is a Super Deluxe, it's called.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I guess the model number's on the back because it's definitely not on the front.
Does that have a wooden case? Well, I'm familiar with Kraco products. I remember years ago you used to be able to buy a base station from an old auto outlet named Penn Jersey. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Penn Jersey Auto Outlet. You could buy a Kraco radio back then for like $25 on sale, brand new. No bells or whistles or nothing, but 23 channel. Brand new.
10-4. We had somebody else come in there, Beezer, for a second. Yeah, it's got a nice big front, like beveled outward chrome front with a wooden case. Well, it's metal, but it's faux wood. It's a wood-like looking. Yep, it's like a drawer liner. I was saying, who else is out there? That's not you, Pipe Buster, is it? noise stepping on Bite Buster. I think he said he might be having some problems right at the moment. Well, I figured I'd get the night started. I didn't hear anybody else out there, so if anybody else wants to be free to talk, I'm just sitting here trying to take up some time.
Yeah, babble on, man. Babble on.
There's the ringleader. Good evening.
Ringleader? Now, don't you start that.
You make sure we all mind our P's and Q's, because then you have to send it to the ref, which is the, never mind.
Yeah, if you don't mind your P's and Q's, I'm going to dot your I's.
Certainly. Jay, I'm not sure if you heard, but I'm on my other Krakow tonight, so 2 Krakos in a row.
Which Krakow is this one?
This is that one with, I was just saying before, the big, like the chrome grill-ish looking thing. It looks like a Valiant dashboard or grill, with the wood grain 23 channel base station.
The Blood Ugly Krakow. Okay.
Oh, don't say that. It's a fine looking unit. I was always called a handsome boy, so I can call this a fine looking unit.
Yeah, the face only the mother of a Krakow could love.
Well, I'm not going to say I was ever told that either, but...
That's funny too. Yeah, the face only a mother could love. That's right. And a face made for radio.
I was asked how many times I was dropped at birth.
Wait, was that Pete out there? Hello, Greenie. Why are you grassing it, Greenie? What do you mean? I just turned it up. You got swing, but your dead key is low. Alright, hold on. It's been probably about 2 years since I fired up this radio. There we go. Is that any better? Yeah, it's a little better. You could use some more audio for me. I don't know about anybody else. I hear you, alright. But, you know, Trucker could cut your lips off if he was here. Trucker. Oh, no. Monkey Man and Marky Mark. What are you running anyway? You're sounding a little boofy. I'm sounding boofy? Oh, hang on. Did I fix it? Oh, you're playing with that crack gear, huh? No, I'm not. Oh. My Regency 123B. It sounds a little boofy. Well, that would be. It's set where it's always set. Same microphone, huh? Same microphone. Now it's at the same mic gains. I don't know why that got changed. But yeah, everything should be the way it's always been on this radio. Yeah, it sounds better now. I guess maybe you had it a little too hot. Yeah, well, things get turned as things get pushed around. You know how that goes. Oh, yeah.
Well, everything will be able to be heard tomorrow on the Joker 427 Video Gate on YouTube.
Yeah, and if you don't like what you hear there, you can listen to it from here. And if you don't like either one, then you're SOL. Yeah, then you can take a walk off a short pier. Yeah, go find a tall tree and hang. Yeah, take a long walk off a short plank. It's the only way I can hear anything. Yeah, hello, Blade Buster.
Hey, Bite Buster's back. Were you having issues before?
rasp and goofy now?
It's better now. What mic are you using on that? It's not a D104, right?
No, the Sidekick.
That explains it. Okay.
Well, should I use the D104?
If you had one.
Well, it is a relay radio, so it might work. Hang on.
Yeah, but is it a 3-pin plug?
Not when you got a 4-pin adapter.
Oh, you have an adapter granter. Okay.
That Sidekick did not work for Chuck Norris.
Sidekick works great on certain radios, but others it tends to be bassy.
Well, it works really well on this radio on sideband, but maybe not so much on AM.
Oh yeah, it's fabulous on sideband.
You're very bassy. Now I can hear Bite Buster. Yay!
Did you have something turned off or something different before?
I was on my old mobile radio, and I forgot with the channel conversion in it. I don't get 13 to 14 too well.
Alright, now I'm going to have to set levels all over again.
Now you can crank it up a little bit.
Alright, there's a little bit.
There you go.
That sounding better? You happy now?
Oh yeah, that sounds beautiful. Sounds almost as good as the Centurion.
Woohoo! Yeah, I forgot that I need to use the D104 on AM.
There's the beat we all know.
Yeah, I'm used to running this radio on sideband typically, not on AM.
Yeah, samesies.
Alright, so everything's good to go. Alright, so everybody's happy.
Happy, happy, happy.
Rather use the D104 to be honest anyway.
Yeah.
I really do need to look at this cord on this D104 so I can use it on more than my relay radios.
Oh, that's the D104 with the shorted receive wire. Or contact or something.
Something.
Yeah, it works great on relays. But, yeah, not all electronic.
It used to work before it didn't.
Oh, yeah. You can say about anything that's broke.
Working hard or hardly working?
Well, 160 wasn't broke tonight.
Yeah, it's getting worse for me. The other day I turned it on and I was getting 10 over 9 noise level.
You know, that band before sunset at this time of year works better. Because once you get to around dusk and sunset, then all the damn static crashes coming in and start making it noisy.
Yeah, so, old 507 in there and everything?
Yeah, he was in there.
That's good. But I think he wasn't running 750 milliwatts.
No, I never got around to asking him his power, but I think it was more than 30 watts.
30, 40, yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
And just to keep things entertaining, Liberal Paul was in there.
Liberal Paul?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dave knows that's how he is. He's a good guy and all, but he leans that way. So Dave always throws out the barbs. It's pretty funny.
Oh, I'm sure he does. He likes to tweak people.
Yeah, but Liberal Paul didn't really bite. He just shrugs it off. So, you know, he just takes it all in stride. It's pretty funny.
He knows better. He's not going to take the bait. He's been in this rodeo before.
Yeah, and I think they've been friends for a long time.
Yeah, so, you know. Why upset the apple cart over a few barbs?
It's still entertaining from my perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Who else in here? Bite Buster, Green Dog, Joker, yourself, me, who else? Where's Wayne?
Monkey Man!
And Marky Mark. Uh-oh, gonna have to do a welfare check on Wayne. That's 2 Wednesdays with no Wayne.
But was that really Monkey Man?
Sure it was.
Uh-oh, he's got one of them gay Roger beats or something.
still the real Monkey Man? For whatever reason, I was thinking about you today. I was like, where's that Monkey Man been? He said he was going to come back on the air, and then he didn't come back on the air. I thought, where's Monkey Man? Maybe he's hanging out with Marky Mark.
You guys keep bumping heads.
Oh no.
Would that be the Monkey Punch?
Maybe Monkey Man's got no ears.
Monkey, really? Yeah, I got some ears.
Alright. I was wondering where you've been. For some reason, I thought about you today.
Oh, that's creepy.
Well, that's why, I said the Monkey Man, Marky Mark. It just popped into my head today when I was driving home from work. I wonder where that character is.
Hanging around.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you and you're still around.
I bought a new radio, so I figured I'd plug it in and talk on it a little bit. It'll probably end up gathering some dust, and then, I'll just have to take a break.
Did you forget that this is Classic Radio Roundup?
It's a classic.
Oh, so it's a new classic, or it's a new old classic.
2025.
Ain't no classic.
There it is. President Washington.
Yeah, but they don't have those gay-sounding Roger beeps.
No, what's the gay, right?
Yeah, the heterosexual Roger beep will be labeled OFF.
Hang on here now. It's not just a switch. I gotta get in here and fiddle with buttons. I don't know. I might end up shutting the thing off.
Oh no, radio-driven nonsense.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
You don't know who's who, who's what. You don't know what's going on. You don't have a clue.
Roger B. Deactivated.
Yay, now it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds a whole lot better. Less gay. The guy is back for 5 minutes already. You're giving him heck.
You make it sound less gay.
Welcome back.
What's that again there, Bite Buster? I said the guy's back for 5 minutes already. You're on his back. If we weren't on Monkey Man's back 5 minutes after he got in, he would think we were mad at him.
Just like you have a monkey on your back.
That's right.
This ain't nothing.
That's right. This ain't nothing.
Not like the good old days.
Yeah, to break out the tape recordings.
Oh no.
That's really cool. I thought of you today, and here you are. Your ears must have been burning, or maybe I sent some radio waves or brain waves your way.
I thought I heard somebody yelling, Pete, Pete!
Oh, that's glad to hear from you. I'm glad you're still around and get on the air. That's all right.
Good deal. Yeah, I just figured I'd drop in. Somebody's hogging my TV for the next, 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll just slide right out of here.
How long have you had that new radio?
Well, maybe about a month or so now.
Interestingly enough, let's see, what was it today? It was the Saturday before Easter. I was at my brother-in-law's, who I could spit on your house from his place. And he's got one of those funky touch lamps, and it started going on and off by itself. And I'm thinking, the first thing that popped in my mind is, I wonder if Monkey Man's on the radio, but he hasn't been on in a while.
Oh, well, I don't know if this, I think, well, I know he's right behind me here, but still, I don't know if what I got sitting here is going to be able to turn the lamp on and off over there, but who knows, maybe. Could have been. Yeah, I've been on here and there, but, I'm a side man, shooting some skips and whatnot.
It's all good, man. Well, that's kind of funny if that's true.
If the lamp's going on and off, he can come over and just, give me the high sign.
funny, though, if that's true.
Oh, yeah, we were blaming it on ghosts. It's like, ghosts? There's ghosts in the house.
Can you imagine how short the movie Poltergeist would have been if it was just the next door neighbor on a CB radio?
Would have been the right time frame, Joker.
Yeah.
You never know.
Always feel like somebody's watching me.
Speaking of that, happy Titanic Day, everybody.
Oh, that's right. The Titanic sunk on this day at 2:20 a.m. On April 15th, 1912.
Yeah, happy tax day. Pay your taxes. There's people on welfare relying on you.
Yeah, we're all paying the debts for the big money makers that sank on the ship.
Yeah, quite a few rich people lost their lives that day.
Yeah, we all gotta suffer.
And coincidentally, a bunch of really wealthy and rich and powerful people decided not to go on that ship that day. Interesting.
Yeah, right? And then, what was it? It was a minister or a priest or something that was on the ship, and he got off at Ireland. Something told him to get off, and he did.
Yeah, and then soon thereafter, the Federal Reserve was established. Coincidence?
And didn't the ship cats get off too, or didn't board the cats that were hanging out the whole time?
Yeah, the cats got off the ship. One cat drug his kittens off. They knew something.
It was rigged.
Right back.
Could have been the cats. They might have had something to do with it. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, they hit some exploding mice in there.
I don't know. My cats are always scheming something, so I don't trust them. They're cute little kitties, but I don't trust them.
They just act cute. Cats are really space aliens, planted on the planet to spy on us.
I agree with Pete, only because we got older cats, and all they do is sit there and judge you and watch you, and like their playing days are over. For the most part, they like to go out in the yard and hunt or whatever, but man, they just sit there and look at you, and who knows what's going through their furry little brains.
They're waiting for you to do the right thing and give them a treat.
Well, cats are proof against the Flat Earth Society. Because if the Earth was truly flat, cats would have pushed everything over the edge by now.
Yep, right there. Flat Earth disproved.
Just to watch it fall off.
They really do the darndest things. Like, why did you just do that? And then they look at you like, because I wanted to.
And that's the reason for just about everything that they do. No real reason other than I felt like it.
Yeah, because I'm a jerk.
They're not jerks. They're cuddly and squishy.
Yeah, when they want to be. In the meantime, they're knocking everything over. Yeah. We got, I refer to him as peckerhead, but maybe a little bit meaner at times.
True personality.
Yeah, they're what, the Sour Patch Kids.
He's taking my job away. If anybody's going to knock anything over around here, it's going to be me. But he just feels to, take liberties and do as he pleases. Well, I don't know. You didn't knock this over yet, so I'm going to knock it over.
There you go. Be a man at his own game.
On your leg every once in a while, Or give you one.
That Bite Buster? Forget it. You can't hear me. That's right.
Who said what?
I hear you, Bite Buster.
I know. The recording hears me.
The recording absolutely hears you.
Did you oil up your chair?
I don't need to oil up my chair. Misfit bought me a new one.
Breaker, stand by.
Is that Wayne?
Correct, standing by. Go ahead and finish your conversation.
Hiya, Wayne. We were calling for you this week and last week. He was about to get a welfare check, but since you popped in, I can postpone that.
Yeah, I'm okay. Last week, when you retire, sometimes you just close your eyes and go to sleep. Well, that happened to me last Wednesday.
You don't have to be retired to do that.
I'm about ready to do that right now.
No, but it helps. And it's like, that's like considered normal now.
Yeah, it just sort of happens.
Yeah, I didn't plan it. I planned on staying up and listening all night, and next thing I knew, it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, when that happened.
Oh, well, you're here tonight, so that's good.
Yep, I'm here now. I had some trouble with my antenna. I wasn't getting any audio. I had to switch things around. I got it working now.
No Wayne Fair check needed.
You hearing everybody all right tonight?
Yeah, well, I don't hear Bite Buster, but I heard him in there, but I couldn't pick out what he was saying. Other than that, I'm hearing everybody.
See, I can talk about him and he wouldn't know what I'm saying.
That's right. You can talk about him and he'll never hear it. Unless, of course, he watches the video gate.
I check the video gate every week.
Uh-oh, so there you gotta watch it there, Bite Buster. He checks the gate every week.
Yeah, I kind of figured. So, I take it all back.
That way I can listen to the people that I can't hear.
Well, he'll just talk smack in any other day that doesn't start with Wednesday.
Yeah, you only can talk smack when the gates aren't rolling. Or just talk smack when the gate is rolling if you don't care.
I was just going to say, I don't care, so go ahead.
Only if it's funny.
Oh, that's what talking smack is all about, because it's funny. It doesn't have to be true.
That's right.
In fact, if it's not true, that makes it even funnier.
Like a swimming pool in the basement.
Or like your mama jokes.
Yeah, or Jafaba.
Jafaba. Man, my dad was Rasta, that'd be a lot cooler.
So we're going to get another 90-degree day tomorrow?
Yeah, you got your booty shorts ironed?
Oh, no.
I got my cut-off jeans ready for tomorrow.
Oh, boy, that's even better.
Hell, it's good enough for that today.
Yeah, I have my Daisy Dukes on.
Oh.
Showing all that man fur.
I can't even see that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, thanks for that picture I can't get rid of.
I meant on my chin, come on.
Wearing that button in the crease and tying it in a knot?
You guys were just thinking about Daisy Dukes.
So back to the Titanic. That's this conversation. Oops, sorry, I doubled. I said, speaking of Titanic, that's this conversation.
Everybody on the Titanic is dead, so we can quit talking about them.
That's right.
Forget about it.
The ship's still there, though.
That's the ironic thing about it. You know, the Titanic sister ship, the Olympic, went and had a pretty decent, service life and got scrapped in 1935. And nothing's left of it. The Titanic sunk, but it's still there.
Oh, it's at the bottom.
I guess that goes about being useful or infamous.
Yeah, nobody talks about the Olympic, really. I mean, it was every bit. It was the only one of the three Olympic-class ships that survived. The Titanic's hit an iceberg, and the Britannic hit a mine in World War I, and it sunk.
Definitely a black cloud above that that ship line.
Yeah, I mean, the Olympic had a few little incidents. It got damaged. A military ship got caught in its wake, and it pulled it in, and it slammed into the back of it. Another time, it flung a propeller blade. And then during the war, it rammed a submarine and sunk it.
Intentionally?
So, yeah.
Was that intentional on the sub, or was that an accident?
Oh, it was intentional. The commander of the Olympic turned hard about and rammed the sub and set the sub to the bottom.
Ramming speed. My wife says ramming speed a lot of times.
It's amazing that an iceberg sunk to one, but the other one runs into rams a submarine, sinks the submarine, does little damage to itself. Makes you wonder about the meteorology between the three ships. Must not have been the same.
It was an underwater missile. Yeah, that bomb didn't help.
Yeah, it was just a bad juju there. It hit that iceberg, and it bumped and knocked holes in so many compartments. Four compartments could have flooded, and the ship would have been able to stay afloat. But it's like an ice cube tray. Just the water just kept flowing over top of the bulkheads, and then it was doomed.
British engineering.
Yeah, but wasn't it something about the meteorology in the hull plates that it was more brittle instead of bending? It cracked.
Yeah, there was some talk about that. It's because the water was so cold, and the type of steel, the mix in the steel, it had impurities in it or something. There was some talk about that.
They're just trying to steer you away from the truth. That's right.
They're always trying to steer you away from the truth. That's where conspiracy theories come from.
Yeah. Now the big conspiracy theory now is that the Artemis mission never happened.
Didn't you see the trolley taking the astronauts off of the rocket before it went up?
Yeah, right. There's all kinds of conspiracies about that. They never went to the moon.
Yeah, and they never went to the dark side of the moon. As a matter of fact, it's all dark.
Yeah. Didn't you listen to Pink Floyd?
Hopefully the astronauts were when they went around the dark side. That would have been apropos.
My question is, why the hell would you go around the moon? Why don't you just land on the sucker? Don't go around it. Don't mess around with flying around it. What are you, like a drive-by?
Apparently, they're the first ones to fly around to the dark side of the moon. Nobody's ever been there before, from what I understand.
That's not true. Split CGI pictures to prove it.
See, I don't understand that. How could the Apollo missions not go around the dark side? I mean, the lunar lander went down and landed on the moon, but the orbiting command module was still orbiting the moon, so it should have gone around to the dark side. Unless it was doing a polar orbit. I didn't think that it was.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of raises more questions than it answers, but yeah. I thought they orbited, and I thought they used the moon's gravity to slingshot back, to use less fuel. So once they said, oh, we went the furthest that anybody's ever gone because we went around the dark side, I'm like, huh? So I'm with you there, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, Apollo did that. And Apollo 13, for whatever reasons, because of their predicament, they had to slingshot around the moon a certain way, and that made them stretch out further, and they had the record for the furthest distance that Artemis just broke, because they did the same thing. They flung around the moon, and they did not park themselves in orbit. They just did a flyby, and that's what Apollo 13 did. But all the other ones, they parked themselves in orbit, but I'm pretty sure they still went around the dark side.
Yeah, so how did this Artemis make a distance record when Apollo 13, I remember, them saying, we're going to lose transmissions out of them because they're going around the far side of the moon. And then I hear they say the Artemis is doing that, and they're doing the farthest. Like, I thought Apollo 13 already did that. So, what is it, an extra distance of 100 miles or something they went?
Yeah, it wasn't a lot, but they went around. It's because they didn't park in orbit. They just slingshotted around the moon, so they went out further than you would for an orbit. They basically created an elliptical path, and then they just slingshotted around and came back. And that's why they went out so far. That's why Apollo 13 went out so far, because they did the same thing. They swung around the moon and used the thrusters from the lunar module to get them back on course, because the service module was inoperative, because the oxygen tank blew out.
Okay, so it was a matter of breaking a record but not shattering a record. So, alright, so it's not really that big of a deal or that big of a difference.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just numbers.
Yeah. Well, they made it sound like a big deal, and I was questioning that. Why are you making that sound like a big deal? Because that broken Apollo 13 did that, I thought. And okay, so I did think right.
So here's the thing. All successful Apollo lunar missions orbited the moon. Apollo 8 was the first one to do it in 1968. Come on, freaking 100 years ago they're doing it.
Yeah, but was it a polar orbit or an equatorial orbit?
They're still going around the moon. What do you think, they're going from north to south and staying right in the bright side? No.
Well, it's never been specified.
Yeah, we usually just assume that it's an equatorial orbit, which, if it was, then every Apollo mission that ever went to the moon went around the dark side at some point when they were in orbit, unless they did a completely polar orbit, which, nobody's ever said that they did, so.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem intuitive to do that. It seems more intuitive to do the equatorial orbit because of the whole gravity thing, but I guess gravity works any way you go around it, I guess.
Yeah, but you're heading out to it in the equatorial plane, so you just basically wrap yourself around the moon. To go to a polar, then you'd have to do a bunch of weird maneuvers to do that. It doesn't seem necessary.
Yeah, it seems more intuitive to do the equatorial thing.
How would you really get pulled in? Here's the from Google AI. Yes, Apollo astronauts passed over and photographed the far side of the moon, often called the dark side, both sides of the moon, during missions 8 through 17. So they all saw the dark side. This is no big deal. Why do they waste their money on this anyway?
Don't know there, Fight Buster, I don't know. So Apollo's 8 through what, 17? All flung around to the dark side of the moon. So they made it sound like it was something new or some big deal. I'm thinking, I thought this has all been done before.
Except for Apollo 9.
Yeah, that's right. What's going on there, Scofflaw?
What did you call me?
Scofflaw. You lawbreaker, you.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Bagger, why are you grassing it? Put that what's called in line. You sounded better.
I had to beat him up towards Bite Buster so I could hear him, but even though I did, I couldn't hear him that well anyway.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I'm a lawbreaker. I got paid $1,000, but then I can go 60 feet up, and there ain't nothing he can do about it, except look at my pretty antenna.
What happened? You got fined for your antenna?
No, I didn't get a fine. Tradition Township, you got to pay $1,000, and you got to have it 60 feet away from your neighbor's yard. It can go up 60 feet. I got to have a fence around it, and it can't go over at 80-mile-an-hour winds or something like that.
He basically had to get a permit for his tower. $1,000 for a permit? Wow. Yeah, I thought that was a little excessive myself. That's crazy. Did you have to move it? The thing is, if he had an amateur ticket, he could cite PRB1 and give him the big number 1 symbol.
Somebody did that. He had his tower for 120 feet, and he made him take it down. That RB1 didn't work.
He didn't have a good enough lawyer then. That's right, he didn't have a good enough lawyer. That's a federal preemption. It says right in there, your local laws do not supersede amateur radio license stations in accommodating reasonable antenna structures.
I think it's part of that conversation, but yeah, he had to take it down because he had mountains around him, and he goes, I can't talk to my ham buddies with 60 feet. It has to be 120. I gotta get over these mountains, and they're like, no, you gotta be 60 feet.
He didn't have a good enough lawyer. Well, see, the point that gets hung up on is the part in PRB1 that says reasonable antenna structure. So, it's subjective what is considered reasonable. And that's the problem. That's why you need a good lawyer, because it's subjective. But the bottom line is, with PRB1, they cannot deny you. They can fight you about the height of it, but they can't deny it. Exactly. So they could say, 60 feet is reasonable.
That's what they did, 60 feet. So yeah, he had to lower it. I don't think he did. I think he kept getting fines or something. Excuse me.
Well, anyway, at least you'll be able to keep your antenna. Even though it's going to cost you more than it should, but hey, you want to do it? And then what's even better is now your neighbor, he just got to shut up and deal with it.
Yep. And the 30 days that they had on me, it just got wiped out. So I told him I paid $1,000. So I'm trying to find out if I'm going to stay here. If I'm not going to pay the $1,000.
Yeah, that would seem silly. Yeah, it's only worth it if you're going to stay there. Have to put it.
So it's up in the air right now. Once I find out, I'll pay the $1,000, and I'll put my antenna up 60 feet, and there ain't nothing he can do about it.
Did your neighbor turn you in?
My one neighbor. I don't know. He really can't see it. It's behind a tree. For God's sake. I mean, if you look at my yard, the tower kind of blends in with the tree because it's rusty and silver. I mean, you gotta really, really look. You can see the antenna more than you can see the tower. But you took most of your picture of the tower. You got a little bit of my radios in there from the ground plane, but he was complaining about the tower. He doesn't like the tower in my yard. Or his wife doesn't like the tower in my yard.
Neighbor, nothing better to do.
Well, you have a Karen next door.
Right, keep your nose up out of it.
Yeah, nosy neighbor. It'd be a shame if accidents started happening over there next door.
Then you got the boss that said hi to me today. I didn't say nothing back.
How high is your antenna?
My tower's only 19 feet. And it's movable. It's not permanent in the ground. I can move it anywhere I want it. There's 3 buckets of cement in the ground connected to a tripod, and my tower's connected to the tripod.
He complained about a 19-foot tower in the backyard. Man, that guy, Whew.
That's Karen personified right there. That's why I live out here in the country. Neighbors, like, don't bother neighbors. You know, you leave each other alone, and whatever you got going on is what you got going on.
Yeah, unless you have a Trump flag.
My neighbor called me the other morning and said, "Hey, I'm burning those tree stumps in your front yard. I hope you don't mind."
Yeah, well, they didn't like my Trump flag, but they also didn't do anything about it.
And the other neighbor with the Buick. I'll pick him another box up. Who doesn't like fireworks or mini bikes?
Oh, well, that was one 2 doors down. He didn't like the mini bikes. But he also learned that he can't threaten me with his vehicle in my own driveway. He found out what the consequences of that were.
What was that? What did you do?
I pulled my gun out on him.
The ultimate equalizer.
And then when he was backing out, he hit a couple of rocks backing down my driveway because I freaked him the hell out. He put some dents in his car, and I just laughed.
Good for him.
And then he called the cops on me.
Even better.
Yeah, but what's even better is the cops came, they checked out the situation, and everything was good. And on the way out, the cop says, you know, on the QT, you could have filled his windshield full of bullet holes, and you'd have been in the right. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I was restrained myself. You're welcome.
Yeah, right. And if you would have hit him, it would have been a whole different story. But yeah, he was right. You could have. But that would have been a whole other write-up, too.
Well, that would have been more paperwork for them. It would have been a hassle for me, but I would have come out on top. Because if you threaten someone on their own property with a deadly weapon, the property owner is always in the right.
Yeah, unless the driver is a lesbian protester and you're an ICE agent. Oh, dang.
Slam.
Off the cliff.
Oh, snap.
Happy Titanic Day.
Yeah, it all circles back to the Titanic.
It's certainly apropos, isn't it? We're sinking fast.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Save our ship.
I wonder whatever happened to that Hope Diamond.
Hope Diamond. There's no hope for it. Dude, that thing wasn't even on there.
I saw the movie. I'm watching the movie right now. It's there. I know it.
Alright, let's go diving.
Oh, it's cursed. So why do you think it sank?
Yeah, 13,000 feet down.
Yeah. Strap on your scuba tank and dive down 13,000 feet.
Hey guys, I got a welder. I'm good with fiberglass. I think I can make us a submergible.
You know what I mean? Like, well, we gotta go down there. We're just gonna say we're gonna document, you know, it's gonna be a documentary. Yeah, they was hunting.
Oops, sorry, I keyed with you. No, I was saying, guys, so I'm pretty good with fiberglass, and I'm pretty good at welding, so I think we could make us a submergible. Can't be worse than the last one.
You test that out and let me know how it works out for you.
Yeah, we'll take it to the Boyertown Reservoir.
Anybody ever see the documentary? Was it The Horizon? What's it called?
I don't think it was the Horizon. The one that crunched like a beer can?
Yeah, what was that called? Did you ever see the documentary about that? Man, that was as doomed as the Titanic when it shipped or when it set sail.
Yeah, except instead of taking 2 hours to sink, the thing exploded and everybody was dead in a millisecond.
Yeah, nobody even knew they were dead.
I guess we gotta stop talking about them. No, but apparently they did some testing with it, took it in the water, brought it out and left it up in Alaska. And the people that were in charge of it was like, hey, there's some cracks in here. And apparently it must have gotten wet inside and sitting up in Alaska winter all year, uncovered, or all winter, froze. And you know what happens when you have water inside of layers of carbon fiber at that point. But they said that they think that's what happened. It just started popping the seams. Anybody ever watch anything with Josh Gates? that like the Investigation Nowhere and stuff like that. He went down in that, but he only went down, maybe a couple 100 feet, and he was just like, no way, do not take me any deeper.
That's like the middle-aged man with the hair. Always has a hat on.
Yeah, he always did all those investigation things. He did a lot of like the like Bigfoot and the aliens and stuff, and yeah, he was doing all that stuff. Never found anything, but yeah, Josh Gates, his TV shows were interesting, but yeah, he went down in it, and he was saying stories about it, and he was just like, no way is this going down to the Titanic.
We'll be sending people into space in a welded-up wheel drum.
The guy, he's like Indiana Jones type.
Yeah, like I said, it's funny. His shows are great, but he never finds or comes up with anything. He did a lot of stuff with like the pyramids and Egypt and stuff.
Sounds like somebody to invest some time in.
No, I wish I had his job. I would just make up some hypothesis or some weird theory that I'm going to go look for and have people pay for my travel and go have fun.
Yeah, go to Oak Island. There you go.
I'd like to go to Oak Island. Pete knows a lot about Oak Island.
Yeah, and I'll start with the Oak Island.
Oh no!
That's my show.
I watch it too. JR liked that show too, I think.
Except this season, I don't know, man. They better find something soon. They do find stuff, but this season has been kind of blah. Although there has been a couple of cool finds and some interesting theories that got some serious, backing, as it were. So at least, if nothing else, it's changing the history of North America from the crap that they find on that island.
All I know is some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen was last summer when I was down in Malta, seeing some of that ancient stuff. That was pretty cool, and I could imagine finding that stuff in, the wild.
I can't imagine finding Roman coins in North America. That part blows my mind. Even if they came later, the fact of finding Roman coins in the ground, and not just one, but several.
Apparently this was Rome and Egypt. We had it all. This is the birthplace. If you listen to any of those TikTokers, Facebookers, or whatever out there, they're telling you, this is where it all began. I don't know, I always say I hope they find something soon or I'm not going to watch it.
I was going to say, like what Pete was saying, finding some of that stuff, and then the Templar type stuff, and just the amount of weird stuff under, layers of sediment and the coconut fibers. It's pretty interesting.
The fact that they're finding constructions that they can date back to these constructs, these roads and things that have been built, and they can date it back to the 12th and the 13th century, and they're all of European origin construction. Nothing like that has ever been found in North America before. It proves that Europeans have been here the 12th and 13th centuries, which is a couple hundred years before it was officially found. I mean, we know the Norse made it here in the 10th century, the 11th century. But they only made it to the tip. They didn't really leave a whole lot behind, but a settlement or two. This is on a whole different level.
Oh, they made it to Minnesota.
Yeah, but they didn't leave all these. They left a couple of settlements behind. Settlements, not these major constructs. These works.
Welcome to Classic Conspiracy Roundup, Channel 13, 27115.
Wait a minute. But do we really exist?
We're just part of the Matrix, yo. Apparently, life is what you construct in your mind, which I I have a hard time with, because how can 2 or 3 people see the same thing at the same time?
Did we actually just go up into space, or was just that a hot air balloon?
Is it real or is it Memorex? You decide.
A Hollywood soundstage.
Memorex doesn't last, but it remembers.
But does it? Because if you go to play the dead Memorex tape, does it actually remember?
Well, maybe it's your tape player, man.
Well, man, what if CAT really spelled dog?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, Dave. When you said about going back to the tapes, you still have a tape player?
I have tape players.
I kind of assumed you would, but...
My truck has a tape player in it.
I still got a reel-to-reel. A cassette player, recorder, and I've got an 8-track player recorder. I got a reel-to-reel.
Wow.
Is it a half-inch or a quarter-inch?
I don't know. It's a standard. I guess it's quarter-inch.
I got an old 1940s, 1950s Webcore, quarter-inch, one head, with the really cool the Pac-Man recording eye on it.
Yeah, the Magic Eye. 6C4, I think it is, if I remember right.
Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. It still works. She's a beaut.
Let me tell you, Clark.
Yeah, the old tapes.
Tapes are really cool, and I would love a nice big old, 16-track, 2-inch reel in the basement, but man, so much maintenance.
Yeah, that's not for home use. That's professional studio equipment.
Yeah, the last guy I was dealing with at that studio, he had a 32-track system for 2-inch reel, and he does professional, tape conversion, and he's very finicky on what tapes he'll put on that machine, because he's like, it's a beautiful machine, very well maintained. I don't want anything happening to it.
I'd like to know how they drive those wheels. I mean, because if there's any kind of rubber or foam involved there, it can't be accurate.
Well, they put them in I think there is like I never saw it, but I was told about it. There is a baking cycle that they do with tape before they do it. And after you do the bake, you only get one chance to dump the reel. He was telling me he had some old original Led Zeppelin 2-inch that was given to him to transfer from the record labels. And he started running it, and he said they were so dirty and so bad they started leaving residue on his machine. He's like, I stopped the project, took it off, contacted them, and said, I am not going to finish this project.
Oh no! I got tapes, reel-to-reel tapes from when my dad was on Wi-Fi 92. You got the Ultra T on tape? I got the Ultra T on reel-to-reel. Yeah, and that's worth that's some nostalgic, sentimental value right there. I know. I told him I was going to take it off a reel-to-reel and make it digitized, but I never got around to it. I really need to finish that. I got a whole box, probably 50 reels of his Wi-Fi and WIBF days.
Well, if anything, after the last couple weeks or a month or so of us talking, anything on tape, get it digitized.
Yeah, I really need to. I know them reel-to-reels ain't gonna last forever. No, they tend to get kind of sticky. Well, they're already, holy crap, 50 years old?
Oh, that's not good. I got mini DV tapes that are just a few years old and they're already disintegrating and not working correctly. Yeah, you better get it done.
I've played a couple of them a few years ago. They still seem to be okay, and they're down here in the cool and dry basement.
Well, certain tape formats do last longer than others. The mini DVs, I can attest to that with you, Pipebuster. Some of them are perfect, and some of them just degrade quicker. I think it's the I think it was trying to fit that much data and everything on those small little tapes.
Yeah, I guess it depends what manufacturer you get them from as well. But the older reel-to-reel stuff should be fairly heavy.
Yeah, I just did my two of my band's ADAT tapes. So they look like VCR tapes that we did 25 years ago. I just dumped them, and no dropouts, no nothing. 16 tracks dumped perfectly. And then I was working with DA88 tapes, which looked like a high 8 tape for my boss that was done in 95. Almost completely degraded. There was almost nothing usable from them.
Yeah, well, I know these tapes are still okay for now, but I really do need to digitize them for sure.
Yeah. It's not hard to do. It's just time-consuming.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, because there's no fast forward or anything. It's real time. You got to do everything real time.
You got time on your hands.
Yeah, I'm not retired yet.
Anyway, how does the new one sound I picked up?
You got to do what I do when I'm doing the old VHS tapes for my family. On like a Saturday morning, I'll start a tape and I'll set a timer on my watch, and I'll go about doing my business during the day, and when it beeps, I go down and check it.
Hey, Goose.
You.
On this Galaxy radio, the viewers that I have, did that ever work right?
I think so. I mean, I got it, I hooked it up. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I took it down to Kenny, he peaked it, and I get it back, gave it a single drop, took it back down there, he adjusted that, and then brought it back home, and I noticed 19 is also 18 and 19A, and some other channels were the same channel.
Yeah, well, that's not the major problem with the radio. I mean, the IFs were out of alignment, which made it like it was getting bleed over. Well, what's wrong with the radio is there's a spur being generated inside the radio. I guess you call them a birdie. And half the channels have it on there, and it heterodynes with whatever comes in. And, you know, I aligned it. Everything's beautiful on it, but, you know, people will heterodyne with this birdie, and I'm trying to figure out how to eliminate it. It's a real bugger to figure out.
I don't know what that means, Barry.
It's like a self-generated carrier inside the radio. It's a mixed product. It's an intermod or something, and it follows on your channel, and it interferes. It's like a constant carrier there, a really weak carrier, and you know, weak signals will heterodyne with it, and you know, you'll hear squeals or whatever.
Roger. I know it does it on sideband on 13. I think it's channel 13. It gives you like a rare noise, and I believe that's from there's like the mic where the mic plugs in at. There's that I don't know that little clip right there. If that's too close to the mic pin, it does it. But I don't know if that's the case for that or not.
That's interesting. That might be a ground issue. But yeah, you'll hear it on sideband and AM, but you'll notice it on sideband because it'll heterodyne with the sideband oscillator. And that's the main problem with this thing. I put the other filter in there that he gave you. The original filter was 3 kilohertz wide. This one's 7 kilohertz wide. So I guess it's better fidelity, but it seems like adjacent channels come in easier. So I'm not sure if I want to leave that in there or not.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if anything was marked the other filter or not. I just know that when he peaked it out, that's when I noticed all the problems.
Yeah, I didn't do anything with the transmitter because the transmitter is working beautifully. blobs of solder or cold solder joints, and it's too new to have bad caps and all. So
yeah, I just know a ham operator owned it, and his son found it in the box. I guess Dad really didn't use it that much.
what if the ham operator changed the frequency crystal in it to put it further up into 10 meters? I really didn't take notice to see if this is the right band span or not. It's interesting. But if you put a different crystal in there, that could be the mix that changes everything.
Raji. Well, I'm glad I said something.
I'm glad you did too, because I'm going to have to look into that and see what the story is there. That might be the reason.
Okay. I hear that. Yeah, that's kind of... I didn't know nothing about it. You can change the crystal for a different, I guess for ham, whatever.
It goes pretty far up into 10 meters, already, but I don't know if that was the way it was designed. This thing's got good coverage. It goes all over the place.
Does it? I didn't mess with the channels.
Yeah. But, I just gotta figure out why there's these, because it's terrible. I mean, I was using it last week. You weren't in there. I was using it on Classic Radio Roundup, and, it was a bugger because just weaker stations were heterodyning with that birdie inside the radio, and it was just making a mess of things.
That kind of sucks.
They keep moving the clarifier around to get around it. It's like, you put it one place and you gotta move it back to transmit. Yeah, it's not that good.
Try your fingers out.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm gonna see if that crystal was changed.
Okay. Yeah, it could have been. I don't know. I'll pick up a new toy over the weekend.
New toy? Amplifier.
Yeah, I picked up a couple new toys actually, but yeah, I picked up a 8-pill for $500 bass box.
Ooh.
Can't beat that for $500.
You don't need to be any stronger up here.
8-pill's gonna have more power than this Galaxy 2 amp, this RM Italy 2 amp.
Roger. I got it on now. I'm just trying it out.
The RM Italy amp.
Oh no, I got the 8-pill.
Oh, you're running the 8-pill now?
Yeah.
Well, that's why the hell your NS unit's stronger than Bagger.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. He's an S unit stronger than you are. Usually he's the same signal as you. I was wondering why he was stronger. What the heck is that?
This is sideband, Sunday.
Yeah, I know it was sideband, but why?
That's because Train had the wrong button push.
Oh, there he is. It took you this long to shorten your wavelengths? Oh my goodness.
Actually, I had to get a radio out of the box and hook it up and everything. I was going through all kinds of stuff, and since everything is over here in the Studio B, it hasn't really been wired properly yet.
You couldn't find the push-to-talk switch there earlier?
There was no room for me there.
Yeah, when Paul gets in there with Dave, it's kind of rough. Even I got kind of pushed off to the curb a little bit.
Yeah, I chose to just listen, and it was alright. I didn't have a problem with it.
You heard everybody okay?
Well, the one guy, the fourth guy who came in, I could get him in bits and pieces, but not real clear. Not enough to be holding a conversation.
Yeah, he was a little rougher. He was only running 70 watts, though, from up in Massachusetts. I think you spoke to him before. I know I have.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who it was, But yeah, I was alright listening in.
Yeah, I get that. Sometimes it's just as much fun to listen if there's something going on.
Not only that, but sometimes you could break a conversation if a conversation is really good, and then you interject yourself. It changes the tenor of the entire conversation, so I didn't want to bust that up. I thought it was alright.
Yeah, well, when Dave and Paul hit on a topic. They were kicking it back and forth. They're like, I got nothing to add. I'll just sit here and listen, you know? Maybe I'll learn something.
Nice.
Not Pete, but anyhow, good evening around the band. Train signing on Classic Radio Roundup.
I'm glad you could shorten your wavelength. Good to hear you. I was wondering when you were going to pop in. Johnny, what?
Good evening there, Train.
Evening there, Joker.
Good evening there, Train.
Evening, Goose.
Hey, you're sounding good up here, man.
Hey, hello there, Bike Buster.
Yeah, nice and clear. Sounds good. Modulation good.
Hey, Wayne. Long time no hear from. Hello, Bagger. It's been a while, too.
There's Wayne.
Wayne's been in here most of the night.
I thought he did a welfare check on him and he didn't answer.
Remember you took a hiatus for a moment early on? That's when Wayne popped in.
So I missed that segment.
You can review it on Classic Radio Roundup, the video gate.
Hey, been in here all night now.
No, I heard Green Dog in here, too. Hello, Green Dog, if you're still there.
Hello, Train. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope all is well over there on that end.
Guess who else was in here tonight? Monkey Man.
Get out of here, Monkey Man and Monkey Mark.
Well, just the Monkey Man part, no Marky Mark.
We have to say Monkey Man and Marky Mark together.
I know, and what's even funnier about that is I said that to myself today while I was driving home from work. I wonder what Monkey Man and Marky Mark are, and they do go together. And I thought that today, and tonight there he was.
And then you said it to Monkey Man.
I said it before he came on. I just said Monkey Man and Marky Mark, and then Monkey Man came out on the air.
Yeah.
Means that they be listening in. I actually heard both of them up on 21 one night talking to their master.
He's still around? I see he's got a new Joe Gunn antenna.
That's funny. Their master. Who's got a new Joe Gunn?
The master.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a big old freaking 4-element something going on there.
You've had that for years.
Yeah.
Look kind of, maybe it's a new tower or something. I don't know. I went by there on the way to Shady Maple recently and I saw it. And I'm like, that looks different and new or something. So I thought he just had the ground plane there for a while.
I'll pick up a beam.
Yeah, that thing's been up there for years, man. I roll by there myself and I peep over there. I use the left eye.
Yeah. That IMAX that he had up in the tree me and Wonderboy put up there. Bad mistake.
Why would you do that?
We didn't know at the time.
What'd you say there, Greenie?
I says, we didn't know at the time.
10-4. And then there was a breaker.
Go ahead, Breaker.
Yeah, Roger, on that Kilowatt. He's just checking in on tonight. Come on.
Hello, Kilowatt. Countywide.
I say there, Countywide. What's that?
Hello, neighbor.
What's that, Goose?
Hello there, Kilowatt Train.
What do you say, Night Train? How'd your day go?
Pretty good, pretty good. I like to fall asleep, man, sitting on the bucket.
Oh, okay. Don't be doing that shit now.
I hear you, I did.
Yeah, Roger. Did you get a hold of Badger?
I didn't hear him tonight.
Yeah, Roger on that. You get a hold of him. You tell him Kilowatt said on.
All right, yeah, Roger that. Man, you was happy as a lark, man. You looked up and you saw an antenna. You was so happy.
I'm on channel 11.
Good evening, Kilowatt, if you can hear Joker.
I'm on channel 13. He was on channel, I don't know, I guess one down.
Try that again, Joker.
Joker just chiming in saying, hello, Kilowatt, if you can hear me.
Go ahead, Joker. I heard that.
Roger that, Kilowatt. Just waving a hand.
Roger, Joker.
Hello, everybody on the channel. I don't know who's all out here. I just gotta say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. When you get back, I got another radio for you to check out. I picked it up, President Jackson. Blackface. Gotta wait in line. That's all right, you can still take it.
I Yeah, this one, the channel display is no good.
Oh no. I may not be able to get another one of those.
After a dime a dozen.
Yeah, but they're all a little bit different. You know, you can kind of kludge one in there, but getting one exact fit, might be tough.
Is it?
Could be.
Specifications are subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply.
Normally do.
Bad. Someone put an echo board in it because there's a knob hanging out the bottom. I also picked up a 2-pill 2079 Toshiba box.
Variable driver fix.
Over here, y'all.
Where you getting all this stuff from? The variable or fixed drivers?
To Maryland. Her boyfriend died. So I got the 8-pill base box, a 2-pill, and there's a couple other linears that other people bought that I brought back with me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a pretty good haul.
She's still got a couple ham radios. One is an old tube, and one is kind of newer, but I think it's still old.
What's the tube radio?
I got pictures. I'll send it to you.
Alright, send me the picture. All it takes is Johnson Viking. that would make 507 happy if I had one of them. Oh boy.
Yeah, you beat it, man.
Tell me right away how to modify it.
My Beavs will be here tomorrow there, night train.
Tell me how to externally modulate it.
Alright, dear Goose.
I'm gonna throw it in my car and bring it over to you so you can see it.
You want me to bless that rascal?
Oh yeah.
What is it he's got, a beam?
Moonraker 4.
Oh boy, your neighbor's gonna love you. A real live, real one?
Brand new in the box. Yeah, real one before AS bought them out.
Oh my god, in the box, new? Holy crap.
Yeah, and I got it cheap.
Now, if you had a PDL2 brand new in the box, I'd be fighting somebody for it probably, until they had more money than me.
I can pick one up for you, but it's not new.
If it's in working condition and not that expensive, I'd be interested.
220, I think he's asking for it. It's still on our Facebook Marketplace. Only thing is one of the plastic pieces have like a little crack, but that's an easy fix.
Yeah, 220 is more than I can sneak out of the family budget.
You want it? I'll pick it up. You just can pay me with cruise stamps.
Pay you with food stamps?
Diapers, milk, and bread, baby.
Hey, whatever works.
If you want it, I can pick it up for you. I mean, you can pay me little by little. I don't care.
Yeah, maybe work out some kind of trade or something to other. Yeah, and a little bit of cash, maybe. Yeah, I would stick that. Whoa, yeah, I know right where I'd stick it.
I don't think he still has it.
And then I run my 2 feed lines to it with my high gain coal phaser. There you go. Oh, that was the bomb. Man, that was the bomb setup.
Yeah, hit him at both angles.
I'll take my VHF tri-bander vertical down and put the PDL2 up top. Need a rotor. I don't have a rotor.
You could put a bicycle chain on it, dirt bike buster. Bicycle chain and a crank.
I need a whole lot of chain. I would need a lot of chain.
That's what I went down there for was a rotor. And look at all the CB stuff she had.
That PDL2, I think, was the best 10-11 meter antenna I ever had.
I think it's one of the best 11-meter antennas in the world.
Yeah, if I had the room, a Moonraker 4 would win out over that. But for limited turning radius, that PDL2 is hard to beat.
They'd be walking the dog.
I always found that a 3-element Yagi had better back rejection than a PDL. Yeah, but the that's like splitting hairs, I think. They both have the same amount of forward gain.
You got your phone?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
You got some ham microphones, too. Let me send you those.
Kenwood 850. That's a good radio.
Yeah, that's not a bad one at all. That's supposed to be the old radio. What's the newer one?
He's got one of them crappy DNA PDX 400s. I had one of them. They suck.
PDX 400, Phantom. That's the new version of the Phantom.
Yeah, I had one. It sucked.
Really? That's pretty good, actually.
It had no swing, and it didn't put out that much watts, in my opinion, not compared to other stuff that I could do. I had it. I wasn't happy with it. I let it go. Where's the tube radio at?
Not send it?
No, I got a Kenwood. What is that? The Kenwood, what did I say it was? Kenwood 850. That ain't tube. And then you got the tube amplifier. It's got the crystal slot. Yep, got the crystal slot, so it's a CW transmitter. You got a Kenwood antenna tuner. They're not that great. They're good for low power, but I mean, they're good tuners. Nice Kenwood, what is that, MC50? Yeah, the Kenwood MC50. That's a good microphone. What's the other one? Kenwood MC80.
The one all to the right is on the very edge of the table. I was told it was a tube ham radio.
Oh, right to the right of what?
The edge of the table. What picture is it? Let me see. Hold on. I'll count. Wait, I'm in my pictures. Hold on. Never mind. I'll send it. Hold on.
Yeah, he sent me a picture of the Kenwood radio, the PDX 400, a Kenwood antenna tuner with some CB on top of it, and two microphones. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a hybrid. What is that? That's a Kenwood. Which one is that? Where's the model number on that? It looks like an 830, but I don't see no... Oh, there it is. No, where's the model number? Hang on, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. It is an 830. Yeah, it's an 830.
You got a 530.
I had the 530. The 830 is basically the same thing, just a little better.
Yeah, that's nothing. That 530 you had the best audio of any radio you had.
I really did have good audio with that MC50. Well, what do they want for that 830, do you know?
No, I can find out for you, though. She still might be out. Which one is that? The older one or the newer one?
The older one. Well, actually, let me know the price on both of them. If the price is right, I'll take them both. But if the price is reasonably good, I like that 830.
I'll find out.
I remember right after I got my AM ticket, guys were telling me to get a Kenwood 530 for like $400 or $500, and you'd be set. You'd have a good sounding station.
Those 530s, they sound good by accident. You don't even have to try hard.
Helps to align it with the carrier oscillator a little to the boofy, or not boofy, but the bassier side.
I had that MC50 and that 530. I used that for a number of years. That was like my first HF radio when I wanted as a general. I got it off of K3 Valley Forge. Remember him?
Valley Forge Dave. I mean, I wonder if he's still alive.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's where I got it from. I had that for probably 10 years. That was, and then when my wife got Tech Plus, I gave it to her so she could get on 10 meters, and we used to talk 10 meters at night.
What happened to it?
I sold it. But the 830 is better than the 530.
It's got a few more bells and whistles, yeah.
But it's essentially the same radio. I mean, you get down to brass tacks, it's the same radio.
I guess you didn't like talking to her, huh?
No, I married her.
Oh, so that's why you sold it. You didn't need to talk to her on the radio.
I didn't need to talk to her on the radio anymore. I could talk to her face to face.
Well, you should have
but when we had different houses and we were just dating, she went and got her license. So I gave her my 530. But of course, then I got it back when we got married. Then it became mine again. If she wants more than like 200 or 250 bucks, she wants too much. The 850 or what is it? The other one, the newer one, she could probably get a bit more, but it's still dated.
Yeah, I'll let her know. I got an 8 bill for 500 bucks, base, car bill. I mean, so you know.
If she lets that 830 go for 200 or less, I'll buy it.
Alright, and I'm gonna send that dude a message about that PDL.
Yeah, and if she could throw in that MC50 mic, I'd even go $50 more, but that'd be the limit. I would like to have that newer Kenwood, that 850. That's pretty nice radio, but I think that's probably too salty for me for spare cash. Dead for 10 years before it goes away.
Yeah, it's true. His call expires next year. 2027, same as mine.
He wants 240 for the PDL, but I'm gonna try to get it cheaper since it has a crack in it.
Yeah, if I got to do repairs. The last one I had to rebuild the whole thing almost, but I got it for free.
I had one in Norristown. I kept every time I pointed to it filling up, it's the garage blowing him off. Every time I keyed up.
What was Sammy's handle? I can't remember his name, on Burnside Avenue.
Sammy, yeah, I know what you mean. His name was Jerry, right?
Yeah, where did Jerry go by? You had to know Jerry, Goose, you had to know Jerry. He lived on Burnside Avenue. That's where I got the PDL-2 from.
I probably do.
He was an older gentleman, you know, he used to run them, I think he had a Galaxy Saturn or something like that, one of them black box radios.
Yeah, but he's dead now.
Oh, does that mean we gotta stop talking about him?
Yeah, pretty much.
I used to, my wife, Sammy, used to talk all the time. They were pretty funny. She was one of the people that she would talk to.
Well, he liked talking to the women, of course.
Oh, he was flirting with my wife all the time.
Absolutely. And he used to do the same thing with, what's her name? Now I'm really having a senior moment. Cookie. Cookie.
He used to flirt with my wife something crazy.
And Indian. Cindy. Yeah, Indian.
Oh yeah, Cindy. Yeah, Don and Cindy.
Yeah, right. The best line ever was, who woke up cranky?
He used to tell me to go out and check the mail all the time, so he could go into the house and check out the rest of the things.
Yeah. He was saying, the nurse was going to come and give him a needle.
He was a character, he was.
The guy used to go, Johnny, like, I don't know, like Johnny's kids or something.
You're a serious kid.
You know what I'm saying? I knew you used to say that. I forget his handle.
Yeah, he used to go by Sammy or Jerry, but he had an actual handle that he never used, or used once in a while. I don't remember what it was, but it was always like Sammy. His name was Jerry. I can't recall his actual handle that he went by.
Yeah, I'm having a senior moment.
I thought of all people you'd remember.
Well, I remembered him. I remember Sammy. His other handle just kind of just escaped me.
It's because he didn't use it that that much. He always did the Sammy thing.
Yeah, that was his big shtick. He was, playing the role of a mental patient, getting taken care of by nurses,
Yeah, he always had a shtick. And he'd swing that PDL-2 around and say he was in Nome, Alaska, and he'd have people biting back. Oh, Nome, Alaska. Hey, Goose.
She wants to know, do you want all three pieces that go with that radio?
What, the 830?
Yeah.
All three pieces being what, the tuner and the microphone? When you say all three pieces, that's what I'm assuming, so check that out.
Well, she's going to send me a picture, and then I'll send it to you.
Alright.
Wheeling and dealing.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm gonna get yelled at, but when the yelling and screaming's all done, where's the radio gonna be?
In the closet.
Hello, Stinger. Right back at you. You're county-wide.
The three pieces is power supply, speaker, and radio.
Well, that radio is plugged in the wall, so it doesn't need power supply. But speaker and the radio, yeah. The power supply don't go with it. It goes with the other one.
It goes with the newer radio, because they're all 12-volt rated.
That's right. That's 830 is a plug it in the wall, has its own power supply radio.
Yeah, I need to build that high voltage for those two 6146s.
Yeah, boy. I like 6146s.
They're good too.
They make audio frequency and radio frequency.
Sure.
Ask me how I know that. Oh, come on.
You got a multi-LMAC.
Yeah, but the multi-LMAC doesn't make audio with 6146s, but the Parker Williamson does.
That's right. Yeah, that one does. I know the LMAC had a 6146 for a final.
Yeah, just one of them. But the B&W's got four of them.
Two for audio and two for RF.
Yeah, and shove yank.
Shove it in, yank it.
Wow, sounds like a rough night.
Yeah, it does that way, doesn't it?
Somebody's listening to us tonight.
Oh, 507?
The TS-830 has the very best single sideband filters available back in the day. And it has excellent IMD due to inverse RF feedback around the finals. ... No AM though. Of course you've got to throw that in there.
Yeah, no AM. Most of those older Kenwoods were like that. No AM at all. But he's absolutely right. That was a fantastic radio. Had a great receiver in it. And, as you know, the transmit audio was second to none on sideband. It's absolutely wonderful to listen to.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm interested in that particular radio. I know it has a really good reputation, and I had the lesser brother, and I know that's the better brother.
Yeah, I guess, the 830s, they all had the work bands in them. That set the 830 away from the 820.
Yeah, but the 530 also had work bands, and the 520 did not.
Right, so the 30 versions were the ones with the work bands in them.
Yeah, and I used my 530 all over the place, and I always had fun with it. You got your phone handy, Dave?
Yeah.
You should be pinging here in a second.
Roger. Head 8 and straight. Oh, there he goes.
That's my new radio.
Your new radio.
Hey, you like it?
You need a hand truck to move it.
I wish that was mine.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, look at the modulator tubes. Oh, look at that. And then the RF deck on top, yeah.
That thing's a work of art. That's K1KWs.
He built that?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Oh, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's K1KW. He's got deep pockets, too.
Yeah, and a lot of time on his hands, I guess.
He's the one with stacked 10-element log periodic Yagis.
Oh, the one that made it all the way down here, but he couldn't hear any of us.
That's the one. 4 400s modulated by 3 500Zs.
Oh, man, that's nice. Oh, that's a nice transmitter.
That thing's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. And he's, oh man, it's just beautiful. I'm zooming in on all this stuff. Look at this thing.
That thing, that's why I shared it with you. That thing is downright artwork.
It looks like it was built like 50 years ago, but it's beautiful.
Separate meters for the grid, the screens, and the plate. Oh my God, look at that thing. No need to switch. No need for switches for metering. You got it all right there.
That's the way to do it. You know, you want all your meters. So if for some reason your grid current starts to creep up, you'll see it immediately, even though you don't have to switch it to that point. You know, you might have it on plate pulse or something. This way you'll know.
That thing is freaking beautiful.
Yeah, it's got separate supplies for a screen, and they're all fused. RF modulator, tower, look at that.
The shame of it is when he dies, it's probably going to go to a landfill.
Hopefully he's got a hand buddy or something that'll take it off his widows or whatever's hands.
Oh, look at that. It does CW, sideband, or AM. Man.
Yeah, CW, SSB, yeah. What's all the difference in biasing?
Yeah, I'm getting stories about this thing. And my phone keeps dinging, but I keep looking at the picture.
Yeah, picture's worth 1,000 words.
That thing is a downright beautiful piece of work of art. You know, the crazy thing is, looking at that, the way it's labeled and laid out, I could probably figure out how to operate it. Art?
Yeah, hard to figure out.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's not like something that I would build that, unless you know how it works, you'd never be able to work it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a preferred way to tune it up and everything, too.
That thing's downright beautiful.
You guys got a breaker out there hollering. I'm hollering.
We better holler louder, because I don't hear them.
Go ahead out there, breaker. Well, I hear you, but I can't identify you right at the moment. You're going to have to just let me know who it is.
This is Skyrider. Good evening, guys.
That one I heard. Hello, Skyrider.
Hello, Skyrider. You walked on him.
Is that one of your walkie-talkie friends? Because I don't hear nothing.
No, there's a guy out there in the distance kind of trying to get through. That breaker out there, go ahead. Where? Where are you located? Huntsville, Pennsylvania?
You said Huntsville, Pennsylvania? I'm sorry, I can't hear everything you're saying, Roger. Yeah, I hear you. I could not identify you, Roger. Alright, where's Huntsville located? Where's Huntsville located? That's in Luzerne County.
PA.
Roger that, yeah. What's your handle up there in Huntsville? He can't be in Huntsville. That's up by Wilkesboro. Yes, he can. I would hear him. You're on the hill.
I can't hear him.
Alright, I'm backing out. That's 73 miles. That's alright. Is he really up in Huntsville? Yeah, as far as he can, I don't see no reason he should lie like that. I don't hear a squeak, that's all. I don't mean to interrupt. I'm not trying to interrupt. Wow, that's serious distance through them hills. Well, you're walking all over him. Alright, I would like to get your handle out there in Huntsville, if you will. What's your handle out there in Huntsville? Well, that's the end of that. Alright, I'm back on the side.
And I turned the beam north. I was hoping I'd catch him. I actually heard him. I thought I heard him say Honeybrook, but I don't know.
No, he says Huntsville, Pennsylvania. Well, I got another confirmation here that it was in Honeybrook. Oh, if he was in Honeybrook, he ain't doing nothing. No, If he was in Huntsville, he's doing something serious. I find that a little bit hard to believe, but Honeybrook with a walkie-talkie or lesser radio, yeah, that I believe. I don't hear nothing.
I actually heard him pretty good, believe it or not. I had absolutely nothing on him, and I turned the beam north, but I still don't hear him.
Hello out there, whoever's calling Train. How you doing?
Good, Train. I'm just trying to get in there.
Yeah, it's a little hard, man. They keying hard and heavy. Yeah, I just got a video gate. It was Honeybrook. Nah, that ain't nothing. I thought he said Huntsville. That'd have been something. Oh, if he's in Honeybrook, he was mud ducking, sure enough. Yeah, Honeybrook. I can hear people at Honeybrook if they got a decent enough antenna. I couldn't get a handle out of him for you guys talking over top of him, though. I wonder about that. I'm trying to leave space in there for him, but I'm sorry if I walked on him. Didn't mean to.
Damn grassers.
I mean, I had nothing, no indication whatsoever.
What are you running tonight, Train?
You on your ground plane antenna when you heard him? Yeah, that's what I'm on. That's the only thing I have up here in Studio B.
Oh, you're running that rack mount radio, ain't you?
No, I'm running a Browning Mark 4A.
Oh, no ping.
No ping, man.
That thing's loud.
Oh, is it too loud?
For you it is.
No, it's good.
You're like up there with Pete, you know.
Yeah, and hello, JR.
Sounds good.
Hey, good evening, guys. Yeah, I was trying to get in here too earlier, but I lost the battle, so I just stood it out. But yeah, I heard that guy. That's what he was saying. He was saying Honeybrook, but I couldn't get a handle out of him either.
Yeah, Brightbuster tried to get in there. Skyrider tried to get in there too, just so you guys know it.
Yeah, we said hello to him.
They heard me.
Yeah, I heard him. I even said hi. But in case you didn't hear me, I'll say hi again. Hello, Stefan.
Back, but there was a lot of people probably keying up. Busy night tonight, busy night.
Yeah, it comes in waves. It's busy, and then it's quiet, then it's busy all over again.
And the Titanic sank.
Stop talking about it.
And I paid my taxes.
It all depends on who you talk to.
Good evening, Skyrider.
507 heard the Honeybrook.
Atta boy.
Oh no. If he heard it, man, you guys are, yeah. Bagger, I don't know any way to turn the modulation down on this.
Do not.
Oh.
What do you got? Is that a 776 microphone?
Bytebuster says do not.
Alright, Bytebuster, yeah, I understand. Yes, it's the 776, that's the one that comes with the radio.
There's an adjustment underneath the microphone. There should be a little hole in the bottom cover you can put a screwdriver in.
507 says he called in and none of us heard him.
I had the antenna pointed the wrong way all that time. I thought somebody was saying it was in Huntsville, so I'm going north. No. Instead of going south where I should have gone.
But that guy really did stir up a hornet's nest. Yeah. People pointing beans different directions. I don't see no hole on the bottom of this 776 bag.
And I was cranking up my volume and blowing myself out of the chair when the locals keyed up.
Yeah. No hole for that, huh? Wow. I guess you gotta take the bottom plate off, but there should have been a hole in there. Maybe that was for the older 776.
Bytebuster told me to leave it like it is.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound bad. It's just a little bright for you, a little boomy. Not, I won't say boomy for you.
Sounded nice and loud.
I kind of like it there, Train.
Well, if it's Pete approved, then I think I need to go in and turn it down.
Oh, ouch!
Hey, man, leave it be. That thing sounded nice.
It sounded like an eagle should.
It was loud, but sounded good.
Yeah, but it's lacking the ping. That's gonna just takes it away from being an eagle.
Well, don't the 4s not really have a ping unless you put the bigger cap in there?
Oh yeah, from the factory they did not have a ping.
The 3s did, but the 4s didn't.
Right. The FCC made them take it out when the 4s came out.
Yeah, you guys want a pink?
You got it on the switch?
Yes, I do.
So you can turn it off now.
There you go, Skyrider. No pun intended.
Absolutely. Yeah, it makes my hearing when you ping it.
Yeah, if Doug was in there, he would probably be freaking out.
Yeah, I respect that. That ping is just a status symbol.
Yeah, it's fun for a little while, and then alright, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Well, it does prove that it's a Browning in case you wanted to, You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but I can also do the Browning ping here and have no Browning. And mine's authentic sounding.
Let's start that stuff.
I could do that when I was saying radio, but it's too much work.
Ping. Hello.
That B&W does it really well at that NC300.
Hello there, Bytebuster. So you like it like that, probably because you have a hard time hearing me.
Yeah, but no ping. You sound really good. Compared to what you normally run, you sound really good.
Roger that. Yeah, this is the first time. Well, actually, I worked it in this shack once before, but tonight I put it together. I set it up.
When you have time, I have a public service announcement.
Go ahead, Pete.
Alright. 507 says, vertical elements are coming soon. Archer Space Patrol will be heard. If not, I will have bigger antenna game. So if he can't be heard up here with his Archer Space Patrol, he's going to make a bigger antenna.
We'll have to go to channel 14, because that's where those things are.
Wait, yeah, wasn't Archer Space Patrol like walkie-talkies from Radio Shack?
They had a base station model, but it was still only 100 milliwatts or something.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Bagger. Yeah, Pete, you're right. Man, I think I had the handy dandies when I was a kid. Holy cow, that's all he wants to talk on?
I think he's got a base station Archer Space Patrol. And he's got what is it, 8 elements? I think it's 8 elements. I think he's going to do an 8-element, 50-some foot boom antennae. And he wants to be heard on his Archer Space Patrol.
I think he's got a chance.
7 elements, 50-some foot boom.
Man, I got a big yard, and I don't want to look at that every day. Holy cow.
Oh, that's a nice antenna. Boy, that's a really nice antenna he's got.
I would assume that he'd have a big yard and he could get away with that sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's not on a tower. He's got it hanging from a tree like I do.
And a big fat boy heating up the room.
No, well he does. He's got lots of watts available, but his goal is to do it with 100 milliwatts and antenna gain and be heard 35 miles away.
And what do you say, Bagger? Don't have no time for it.
He can be heard on his amplifier on that antenna. He knows he can. It's all about the antenna gain.
He only wants to be 35 miles away?
He is 35 miles away. You've talked to him or you've heard him, 507.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got an amplifier that could rival a broadcast station. But he wants to do it with antenna gain in his Archer Space Patrol. Now that's proof that antenna matters.
Well, you know, an 8 or 7 element antenna's got 16 dB a gain, I guess, something like that. So 100 milliwatts, if he's putting out a true 100 milliwatts, 10 dB would give him 1 watt of ERP. 3 more dB would give him 2 watts. And another 3 dB would give him 4 watts. So it'd be like running a barefoot CV radio into a quarter-wave ground plane.
I bet we hear him, or most of us hear him.
Now that I can move the antenna and I can point it right dead south, I'll hear him.
Yeah, my antenna's up to the 100 feet. That's the only reason I have a chance of hearing him. He is listening to our comments, so if you got comments, he'll let me know.
We're all wanted. We're all wanted, Dave.
Say what?
Oh, there he is. He's in there.
Is he? I gotta put the antenna down.
Yeah, I didn't quite what you said. You said you guys are all something.
That ain't no piece of crap. I hear you fine.
Yeah, it ain't got your normal audio. I got to turn my volume up to hear you.
He's basically in the same level as Bytebuster on my end, just above my noise level.
Yeah, go buy a Connex.
Hello there, Dave.
Put the Viking 500 on.
Good evening there, old JR. Okay, she didn't know the antenna tuner was a separate piece, so you can sound that separate. I don't know if you can use that on 11 meters. I wouldn't mind having that if you could.
Yeah, you probably could. And power is a terrible thing to waste there, 507. Yeah, she could sell that antenna tuner separately. The only thing I'd be interested in is that NC50 mic and the 530 if the price is right. I'm sorry, not the 530, the 830.
And then I'll run it by you and you can make an offer. Because he needs to sell it, because she's moving to Florida. So, she needs it gone.
Yeah, I meant the 830. The 830 and the MC50 mic.
MC50, is that the one with the big metal head? Or the big round head?
The older looking mic.
Yeah, the one with the, not the one with the little squishy things on it, the other one that looks like a,
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of looks like a studio mic on a stand, sort of.
Yep.
Yeah, they're really good microphones. I used to have one.
Yeah, that MC50 and that 830, and I'll be sounding good on sideband with that setup. Oh, yeah.
Is any better for you there, Bagger?
What's the matter?
Is any better? I turned it down a little bit.
Crank that up a little more now.
You're a dresser.
Goose, that's the one.
Alright, what about now?
That's good. Leave it there. Perfect.
Guess I lost you there, Bite Buster, huh? Oh, Bite Buster. That's the time that he wouldn't be around.
I guess Pipe Buster can't hear you no more since you lost your Modge.
It's not that big of a change.
No, I know. That was a little bit of ball busting.
Well, when I didn't hear you get back to me, Bite Buster, it did give a certain amount of insecurity.
That mic right there, Pete. Is that the mic you want?
Yeah, that mic and that 830.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get good prices for both of them for you. I told her I'll drive down and pick everything up. I'll pay out of my pocket, and then they can come pick everything up.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that pair of pieces of gear. I mean, I'm interested in more, but I can't afford more, so there's that.
Rosie. Yeah, she thought it was a 3-piece with the antenna tuner. I said, no, you can sell that separate. That don't go to either one of those radios. He needed it because he was talking off a ground plane, so he had to, get good at severe, so use it up in hand.
Well, that tuner kind of goes with that 830, but not necessarily. I mean, it can be used with any radio, and I don't need it. It won't handle the power that I run.
How many watts does it handle?
I think that's a 200-watt tuner by looking at it. I think it's a 200-watter. Not much more than that for sure.
I'll blow it up.
Yeah, with an 8-pill? Yeah, no doubt.
8-pill, 16, whatever.
Yeah, 100-watt, 200-watt radio. You don't want to put no more than that through that tuner. Let me see. The power scale on that tuner is 200 watts, so you definitely don't want to put more than 200 watts into that thing.
Yeah, the old goose rides again.
$29.95 blew that thing up.
I mean, that's a really good tuner and all. If you're running a barefoot station, it's a good tuner, but I don't need it.
No, you need something a whole lot heavier than that. What 5/7 would say he see you with that little rinky-dink tuner?
Well, can't you run the driver after the tuner?